the question that was posed to him before is, do you want to be an alternate in Perth for Makhachev Volkanovski? And you could see he thought about it, and he kind of went, that's a long flight and cutting weight. They'd have to cut me a check. And then the Dariush question came after, and he was very complimentary of Beneil. He talked about how he's earned his opportunity. It's kind of unfortunate that he's been, pushed down again, because, we do want to see him progress at some point. He's just not got that marketability. And the fact that Poirier has, A, validated him at the press conference as a legitimate, well-earned contender, and B, that it would be a fight that he'd be interested in. I think that's the fight to make. I've got a couple of other ideas for that card as well, based on the results of tonight. Hooker was talking about fighting on the Perth card. Of course, he's got to be on the Perth card. Why not fight Moicano? Dan Hooker against Moicano. Moicano looked fantastic against Brad Riddell. Exactly what I expected out of him, to be honest. Riddell's got a long stance. He stands kind of low. Moicano's kind of tall and a bit Muay Thai. It just makes for more flexible striking options, I would say. Muay Thai is not about banging. It's not about cracking people really hard and trying to knock them out. It's about scoring points and damaging over time, working the legs, working the body. There's a lot more of an emphasis on lower body techniques than there is upper body techniques in Muay Thai as well. The way that Brad Riddell fights, I feel like it puts power into his combinations because he's got such a long stance, but then there's a lack of mobility because once he's stepped in with a couple of shots, he's overextended and he kind of can't get himself back out. And Moicano's just so fluid with his striking, and that post-fight interview he gave was, that was perfect. That was just perfect. I think we've seen Moicano turn a corner. It's crazy to think he was a featherweight at one point. Very, very good fighter. Much better at 155 than he was. Same thing can be said for Hooker. Get both of those on the Perth card against one another. I think that would be a very, very interesting fight.